Recently we had the preview of the NPD report for the month of December 2016. Now, not only have they now revealed the monthly US sales report for that month, they have also detailed the top selling games for the entire year. Now, this new report comes with a disclaimer in tow. A new one, in fact, which says, quote, "It provides both online and retail sales results for new physical video game products, as well as a subset of full game digital downloads from participating publishers in NPD's digital panel. It is not intended to cover total market / total consumer spend." Now, before we get on to the top 10 and all that for the year, games-wise, they do have a bit of information about the total sales regarding the industry as a whole during December. We have hardware, software and accessories combined were down 15% year over year, from $3.2 billion to $2.7 billion in the US during December. However, while that is the combined total, we still saw the biggest drop among hardware, which went from the $1.24 billion we saw in December of 2015 to $994.9 million in December of last year. And we have a bit of a comment here from one of their analysts, Sam Nagy, who said, quote, "The release of the Xbox One S and PlayStation 4 Pro did not generate dollar spending growth. Although the combined average retail price for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 systems decreased by 15%, consumers bought 7% fewer units." Now, of course, we already know, thanks to my little preview that I did, that the PS4 outsold the Xbox One in the US during December, but, of course, the Xbox still had a pretty good month for December, despite the fact that they lost out to Sony. And we do have a bit of flavour to add to that today, as the NPD report did say that Xbox One sales were up 10% compared to December of 2015. On the Nintendo side of things, the 3DS enjoyed a healthy year-over-year growth for the 7th month in a row during December, and the 3DS was the only gaming system to sell more in 2016 than it did in 2015. NES Classic Edition sales were also up 14% as when compared with November, which is of course when the system actually launched. As for games on the device, first-party 3DS games sold 7.3 million units in the US during the final 3 months of 2016, and Nintendo said this is actually its best-selling quarter for 3DS software sales ever. Now, this is undoubtedly due in large part to the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon, as well as of course Super Mario Maker for the 3DS, as well as other things such as Star Rush, older games like Mario Kart 7 and Super Smash and so on, but it's undoubtedly Sun and Moon was the largest contributor, as they have sold 4.5 million units in the US so far. And given how late in the year that game came out, it gives you a pretty good picture of how much the pie is made up there from Pokemon Sun and Moon. So with all that said, let's go into the top 10 games. We have 2016 overall, and we have December, and also the top Xbox One, PS4, Wii U and portable games. I'm not going to go through all of them because, well, no one wants to sit here listening to me list off lists for 10 hours, but I will go through the 2016 and December top 10. So we have, for the 2016 top 10, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare at number 1. So despite concerns, that game still did really well because, well, it is still Call of Duty at the end of the day. And we have Battlefield 1 pretty shortly on its coattails at number 2. The Division at number 3. It seems that DLC that came out has very much been reviving the game. NBA 2K17 at 4, with Madden NFL 17 at 5. GTA 5 refuses to stop selling an absolute bundle, as it's at number 6. We have Overwatch at number 7, however, they have noted that this is not including Battle.net sales, so this is only physical copies. Do keep that in mind, because obviously a lot of people, especially if you bought it on PC, are probably going to have bought it via Battle.net. However, we have Black Ops 3 at number 8, FIFA 17 at 9, and Final Fantasy 15 at 10. As for December, which I'm sure you will realise is a critical month for the gaming industry, and obviously many industries outside of this, we have Infinite Warfare again at number 1, Final Fantasy 15 at 2, Battlefield 1 at 3, Madden NFL 17 at 4, NBA 2K17 at 5, Watch Dogs 2 at number 6, so perhaps the good word about that game is actually getting out, GTA 5 again at number 7, Pokemon Sun at 8, FIFA 17 at 9, and Pokemon Moon at number 10. Now, while I'm not going to go through the whole list for the Xbox One games and PS4 games, I will tell you that the number 1 top selling Xbox One game for the month of December was Infinite Warfare, whereas for the PS4 it was Final Fantasy 15, which was very shortly followed by Infinite Warfare. And as for the Xbox One, Infinite Warfare was shortly followed by Battlefield 1, which was in itself shortly followed by Final Fantasy 15. So, there you have it, a pretty healthy picture of not only December, but the software sales in general and how the industry actually did. It seems that, you know, the month of December especially saw a bit of a drop in hardware, which is interesting given that the PS4 Pro had really only just came out very shortly before that, and obviously the Xbox One S was previously selling gangbusters, so perhaps just people waiting to see what happened with the Switch, who were waiting to see what happens with Scorpio, or perhaps there were just not enough games to interest people buying the bundles and so on. Regardless of all that, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.